Hey there and welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here. So guys, welcome back to another haul video, and this one is really interesting because I feel like a lot of us go on this website, but it's super hard to really figure out what you're looking for, which is why I obsessively watch Amazon shopping hauls, especially plus size shopping hauls. It's so hard to figure out what you can actually buy on Amazon in terms of plus size fashion, and also if it's even going to fit you, because let's face it, Amazon is like a hub for basically everything. You can find everything under the sun on Amazon, but finding exactly what you need unless you know exactly what you're looking for is pretty difficult. And so I figured I'd pick up a few pieces from Amazon. I just kind of typed in plus size clothing, plus size dresses, picked up a few things that I thought looked interesting that were on the cheaper side as well, and I ended up with a pretty interesting mix. Anyways though, I'm not going to keep you waiting any long, so grab a snack, get comfortable, and let's get started. As you probably guessed, the first piece in this haul is this dress that I am currently wearing, which I am totally obsessed. I probably could have gone as like Madeline or something for Halloween because this is a very like Madeline dress to me. Also, it came in a buttload of colors. I think it was like red, black, white, blue. I settled on this navy color because I really don't feel like I have a lot of navy in my wardrobe, although it looks really, really good on me, as you can tell. This one I purchased in an XXL. I made sure to read the reviews before I picked a size because, as I mentioned, Amazon is kind of all over the place. There are multiple different sellers. You really never know what you're gonna get. So thankfully I managed to get the size that was perfect for me. If you can't tell from the footage, this dress has a lot of stretch to it. So in the case that I really wanted this in another color and it was only available in an XL, I'm pretty sure I could still get away with it. It is kind of on the shorter size. I'm 5'8" and it hits me kind of just below the butt, but I like that. If you can tell, the sleeves here are not just like your average white cuffed sleeves. They've got like a cute little scalloped detail. It's just adorable. I really like this dress. Probably gonna go back and get it in multiple colors. Okay, so the next piece that I have for you is this plaid navy dress, which has these adorable pockets. I think that was probably one of like the selling points for me. Again, this one came in multiple colors, and I thought I grabbed it into black, but I might have picked the blue instead, honestly. As I mentioned, I'm trying to like stop doing the same colors over and over. This one is a 4X. I really wasn't sure what size to go with on this, mostly because there was like no reviews, but it has a lot of stretch to it. It's sort of like a stretchy fabric, so it definitely could have still been comfortable in a 3X. The one thing though that I'm not quite sure why everywhere else is really stretchy and this part isn't is the arms, and I've worn this dress out like 5 times. I love it a lot, but I noticed as I was getting in and out of it a few times that the arms were super tight on me. This area has literally no stretch, and it's more of like the fit of what I would expect on like a 1X, which is really interesting because this does read as a 4X, but again, it's where you have to be really careful with Amazon. Also, when it comes to the bust, for me, it does gape a little, so again, 4X is probably the right size, even though everywhere else it is a little baggy, but in the areas that I need it to be looser, I definitely need the 4X. You can sort of see though along the buttons here, there is a lot of loose thread. It's just unfortunate there is so many loose threads that I'm like a little concerned that the buttons are gonna fall off, and this didn't come with any spare buttons or anything. I really wasn't expecting it to. These like buttonholes are like pretty small, and it was like kind of difficult to get them like open, but, and I know I just said all those negative things about it, I really still quite like this dress, hence why I've worn it so much. I'm such a sucker for these pockets. Like, look how freaking cute they are, and they're massive. Very lightweight in fabric. It would look really pretty with a nice petticoat underneath. Alright, so the next piece in this haul is this super pretty red dress with this like faux collar, this faux lace collar, and we have button details along the front, and I actually, and I know I mentioned this a few times already about how I kind of want to go back and get different colors of a few of these, but I originally bought this dress in a green. I really wasn't expecting much, but the second I put it on, I was obsessed. Like, everything about it fit me perfectly. It looked so much cuter than I expected. As you're probably gathering, this dress comes in a lot of colors, and I don't see this being the last one that I own, but I decided I'd go for a red since we are kind of transitioning into like the winter and stuff and that Christmas time. I think this would look really nice for maybe like a holiday party or even just to like celebrate it through fashion. It's just a beautiful dress regardless. I think it would look really pretty with some like white tights. The fabric is kind of on the heavier side. It does have some stretch in the waist. I picked this one up in a 2X and I feel like it fit me perfectly. I can't remember the largest size it went to though, like it might have gone only to like a 3X, so it's not the most inclusive. One thing though that I will mention, and it's the only gripe I have about this dress, it's kind of hard to spot, but there's stitching right along here, and my bust is just like a little bit larger than the stitching. Even with this dress too, I probably should have mentioned, but the same sort of situation here, like my bust is yay big and the stitching comes to about here, and it's the same thing with this, so it's just a little bit frustrating, but not something that isn't going to make me love and wear this dress a million times. So the next thing I got from Amazon was this precious pink gingham dress, which is totally out of season. I can't really pass up anything that's pink or gingham, so I figured I'd give it a shot because of the amount of stretch in the back here. And unfortunately, this one did not work for me. This is in an XXL. To kind of give you an idea, I'm currently wearing an XXL. This one is an XXL. It's just way too small, and the reason for that is the waistband here. There's literally no stretch, doesn't even go on, which is super unfortunate because if it did, maybe I could have made it work, and if it did work, I'd probably go back and get all the colors because I'm pretty sure it came in like a green and a yellow. But if you are smaller than me, this is definitely a dress that I would pick up because it is really adorable. I think it was super inexpensive as well. Okay, so the next piece in my haul is this beige trench coat, which I actually mentioned on my Instagram story and asked people to vote which color I should get because this also comes in a black, and I decided I was gonna go for the beige color because I just don't own any coats in beige, and I've always kind of felt like a beige trench coat looks super classic and sophisticated. This is from the brand Lark & Row. I've never heard about them before. From what I'm gathering from this coat, they're really great quality because this trench coat is super well made, quite heavy, but it's also just like a very well made piece. There is a hood on it, but you can definitely take it off if you want. You can see there are buttons here. It's very long. I'm 5'8" and it goes below my knee. Also, another thing that I should mention is I got this in a 2X and it is massive. I definitely could have got away with even an extra large in this. That is how big it is. If you're noticing from the footage, the tightest possible button is still super loose on me. There's a lot of room to play with. I even feel like this 2X fits more like a 3X or a 4X, which is great because that means there's more people who can fit into this, more people who can appreciate this trench coat. I'm so happy that I finally own the trench coat of my dreams. Okay, so last but not least in the haul are these cute little shoes. And I have a friend who wears are they called Mules? Allie, if you're watching this, what are they called? She wears shoes like this all the time. I saw these and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try this trend. I'm gonna see what this trend does for me. And I am still on the fence about whether or not I like them. The major definite pros is these are super comfortable and padded on the inside. They are from the brand The Fix. I got them in a size 10. I'm anywhere from like a 10 to a 9 depending on the maker. They're also kind of wide fit as well. I felt super comfortable in these, like I cannot get over the amount of padding. It's just shoes like these, especially this pattern, I definitely need to figure out how to wear them because it's so different from like my usual style, but I can't part with them because I just genuinely like them so much. Alright you guys, that is everything for the haul portion of this video. What did you guys think? What are your favorite Amazon purchases? Honestly, I really love Amazon. It's just so hard to find fashion. Also, if you want to see me do a video on like skincare stuff I got from Amazon and what I feel about that, do let me know in the comments below. But I'm gonna have links to everything I showed you in the description below. But don't forget, you can find new videos from me every Wednesday and every Sunday, and new blog posts every Tuesday and every Thursday, and I'll see you next time. Bye!